Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a very important judgment of Honorable Bombay High Court, which is on section 148. As all we know that earlier the whole section 148 proceedings were based on the concept reasons to believe, but in 2021 it was replaced by the term information that suggested to the escapement of income. So the whole emphasis is now on what is information. In the present case, which is the case of Hasmukh Estate Private Limited versus Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax and others, which is reported in 459 ITR at page number 524, and the date of the judgment is 8th November 2023. In the present case, the assessee entered into an agreement to sell for rupees 18 crore. The stamp duty valuation was 16.5 crore, and there was one primary condition in the sale agreement that if some conditions will not be fulfilled, then the amount of consideration can be reduced by the buyer. In the present case, the seller was not able to fulfill some conditions according to the agreement to sale. That is why his consideration was reduced by 6 crore. The assessee filed his income tax return by taking the sale consideration at 12 crore, which was less than the stamp duty valuation, and this sale consideration was accepted by the learned assessing officer at the time of the assessment under section 143 subsection 3. Later on, based on the internal audit objection, the case of the assessee was reopened under section 148 on the allegation that the information has been received from the internal audit department, which says that in the case of the assessee, section 50C is applicable because the sale consideration has been shown less than the stamp duty valuation, so there is escapement of income. When the assessee received this notice, the assessee challenged this notice into the writ court on two grounds. First ground was that since the case of the assessee has been completed under section 143 subsection 3 and the consideration of section 50C was taken care at that time, so if the same issue is to be examined by the department by issuing the notice under section 148, then it will tantamount to change of opinion and it will not be reassessment of income. And according to the assessee, change of opinion is not allowed in section 148 proceedings. Another ground of the assessee was that the word information which is given in explanation to section 148 include information received from the Comptroller and Auditor General and nothing else. But in the present case, the information was received from the internal audit department of the department and not from the Comptroller and Audit Journal. So it was the submission of the assessee that the information which has been received from internal audit department cannot become the basis of the information for reopening the case under section 148. The court was convinced with the view of the assessee, and court quashed section 148 proceedings by saying that in the present case, whatever the information the department has does not come into the definition of the information according to explanation to section 148, and even if it is assumed that it comes into the definition of information, even then this is a case of change of opinion because the assessment of the assessee has already been completed under section 143 subsection 3, and at that time the assessee was put on query regarding the sale consideration and the stamp duty valuation, and that matter was taken care by the assessing officer at that time. So in the present case, this is clearly a change of opinion which is not allowed in the law. Friends, this case is very important as far as understanding the knowledge of the information which is given in explanation to section 148. at the end of this video. Once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Hasmukh Estate Private Limited versus Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax and others. And this case is reported in 459 ITR at page number 524. The matter has been decided by Bombay High Court and the date of the judgment is 8th November 2023. Thank you, friends.